What's going on, everybody out there? This is Akkaiidan Azeroth with Knights of the Round Table Podcast. What's going on, everybody? In the studio with me today, we have RoseKitty, Iceilla, and Gaming Dad as our special guest. What's going on, Iceilla and RoseKitty? How are y'all doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
Doing well.
And Gaming Dad, how are you doing, bro?
Not bad, guys.
All right, for today's topic, we're going to be talking about video games that have been turned into movies, and we're only talking about the worst of the worst. That way there, you don't have to play them. All right, we're going to have Iceilla go ahead and start this topic off. What's up with it, Iceilla?
Well, one movie that's absolutely the worst of the worst, Mario Brothers movie. I'm not talking the old cartoons because some of the older cartoons was really, really bad. I'm talking about the live action movie, or almost live action movie.
Quick question for everybody in here. Best wingman in history. Is it A, Luigi, or B, what's that dude's name from Dragon Ball Z? Not the dark-haired dude, but the blonde. I can't remember. I forget the guy's name.
Blonde. I'm just going to go with the blonde.
Why would you say that? Because Luigi, he jumps through sewer pipes to be a wingman for his bro Mario. And, you know, he even jumps like barrels that are being thrown by Donkey Kong even, you know, just to help his bro out. And he fights turtles and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, he does all that. Go ahead, Gaming Dad.
I'd say Luigi. I mean, look how much he's got Mario's back. You know, what other characters do you know that does that?
Okay, but is that bro code or wingman code? Because if they're related, then he has the obligation to do it.
Not necessarily, because, you know, I've got my brother, and I wouldn't. It would be family falls under bro code, whereas, you know, best friend falls under like wingman. Same with coworker, and I'm guessing that they're probably like coworkers because they're both plumbers, right?
Luigi and Mario are actually brothers. They're blood brothers.
Oh, well, then that falls under bro code.
See what I'm saying? Like, it's the fact that because he's the brother, he has to do it. It's not the brother from another mother. It's the, you don't do this, I'm telling mom she gonna beat you with a spoon.
But did they ever specify that they were blood brothers and not just like, hey, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have, yes.
Well, that changes the whole outlook, which means Mario, like, owes Luigi hit everything.
Oh, yeah. It's not somebody doing the solid. It's dragging your poor brother through everything. And when you look at the two they go through, it's like, Mario, he gets the goods, he gets the girl, he gets the love. And then it's like, what are you? Player 2. Oh.
Well, you know what I wonder? I wonder if Luigi ever decides to wear the shirt that says, how's your wife and my kids?
There is...
You know Luigi had to have tried to hit that.
There is... what's the music maker? There's actually a music maker on YouTube I watch every once in a while. And he does so many... It's, I was just listening to his music the other day. What was it? Ego Raptor or something?
Yeah, Ego Raptor.
Yeah, he does so much music. And there is so much hate for both Luigi and Mario in his songs. And in one of his songs, it's even Luigi proposing to Peach, and Luigi going to Mario, every time I like a girl, you have to come in and ruin it and try taking her for yourself.
Well, at least Daisy stays put, you know? I mean, it's like Luigi gets Daisy, Mario has to chase after Bowser, and I'm not going to lie, sometimes and this may be because I like making fun of Mario, but I almost wonder if the reason she's not so happily taken by Bowser is just because she's trying to get away from the, you know, short, stockery plumber. I mean, just your princess is in another castle. About after Castle 8, if there's nothing actually there, little stalkerish to just keep going, because I was ready to think your princess is in another castle and playing Duck Hunt. At least that way I don't have to deal with that stupid dog. So
Well, here's the thing. You know the term being peach? Have either of you heard that term?
I can't say that I have, actually.
It's a term that I heard a lot in my high school, where you would, or at least when I was first started out gaming and RPing, a lot of people were saying, "Oh, that person's a peach," meaning that person is the one always getting in trouble. That one always needs someone to rescue them. That one always needs help with something. And by the time you're done helping them with one thing, you gotta go back and do it again because they are not there. What you did didn't fix anything.
I mean, it's how it goes. The princess is always. Now, granted, this is on the subject of the, episode about being, bad video game movies, but no, it's just like even the version they put of Peach in the video. I was glad they put a version of Daisy in the video game movie. That was nice because Daisy doesn't get enough love.
Well, you know what? I would really honestly, what game I would love to see a movie made about. And it's just in all honesty, I've seen like a commercial where they did it kind of, and they actually used one of the voice actors from the game in that commercial, but it's GTA 5. Because think about it, right? You take a total psychopath, and I'm talking about Trevor right now. For those of you that don't play GTA 5 games, you've got, or the game GTA 5, you've got three characters. You've got Franklin, Michael, and Trevor. And out of the three, Trevor is the just complete psychopath Canadian guy. And he hates being called Canadian. And he, like, every time somebody calls him a Canadian, he just goes completely berserk and, like, does some really just nasty stuff with them.
See, as a Canadian, I'm still trying to figure out what's wrong with being a Canadian.
But a GTA 5 movie with all three of the characters, not just one, I think that would be an amazing game or an amazing movie.
My only thought is,
oh, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, no, my only thought is I wonder how far they could make that movie last. Would they have sequels, or there's really not a whole lot that I see as far as a screenplay for it.
Well, I mean, they've got enough just from cutscenes. If they were to act out every cutscene in the game, like in adding in like all of the heist and everything, they've got enough footage to do probably about 8 hours worth of film.
But now you just brought up another thing. Remember Warcraft, the Warcraft movie?
Yeah, they didn't even scratch the surface with that one. There's so much more to explore with that.
Well, here's the thing. The Warcraft movie, like, we get amazing cutscenes in game. We got a live action variant that's almost completely CGI. Anyway, the live action variant isn't, like, the movie isn't even really lore accurate either.
No, it is not, unfortunately.
I find that the issue, though, with every movie that's taking from the games.
I think too often because it comes down to producers tend to not realize that the audience is there enough to make thousands of sequels to these games. Mortal Kombat, that's been going on since forever. And Street Fighter, it's got its versions. Warcraft's been around since the Macintosh era, back when it was Macintosh, not Apple. And there's enough of a fan base there. If the producers would go, instead of trying to appeal to everyone, let's appeal to the people who are the reason this game has been going for 20 years and just go balls to the wall with it. I mean, could you imagine a lore accurate version of Warcraft or a Mortal Kombat movie that wasn't like, we're going to make one of the most bloody video games in history into a PG-13 movie? What
They should have done
that?
it into an NC-17 or TVMA. And then they could have just went as bloody and gory as the game.
Right? Like when Warner Brothers' Killing Joke is more violent than the Mortal Kombat movie, you're like, why? You've got characters here that would pull people's skulls out with spine included and turn them into a marionette, if not a handheld puppet. And you go PG-13? No. I mean, at least Street Fighter was just so camp. But fun. Just horribly, horribly fun and meme-worthy.
I will be honest. One of the games that, okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but one of my favorite games that's been turned into a movie is Tomb Raider. Like, I even like the Angelina Jolie variants.
They did really well with that movie. I think that was like the best video game to movie out there. I have to agree with you. Gaming Dad, what is your thought on that?
Well, I agree. I think I have to go a step further, though. Indiana Jones would fall under my radar. Tomb Raider was okay. I just felt like there was more action in Indiana Jones, and look how far that carried out.
Yeah, but wasn't that a movie before it was a video game, though?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a movie before a video game. It wasn't even a part of a book originally. Like, the ideas from it came from a book.
I guess you're right.
I mean, Mark Twain's whole "there are no ideas under the sun," which I think is credit to him, but don't quote me. It's probably stolen from something, but it did start out primarily as a movie directed by Spielberg with the hand of Lucas.
Okay, you know what movie I want to see them make? Just because it's one of my favorite games out there? An Uncharted movie. I know, female Lara Croft. I am sorry, but come on. The games are great. There's a reason why people play the games, and there are 4 of them.
Well, and I think movies like that are easier to do adventure style with because they're already adventure styled by base. Rampage, they took an interesting arcade game that was kind of fun to play and turned it into The Rock teams up with a giant gorilla to beat alligator ass. In summary, but yeah, kind of. And then Mortal Kombat, Resident Evil movies, which are just all sorts of interesting. Doom was another one, and Final Fantasy Spirits Within, which is so close in canon to actual Final Fantasy games, it may as well be the Warcraft movie. The names are there.
Yeah, with Doom, though, that movie was just bad, like all the way through. I don't think they did the video game any justice with that one. I think they actually cursed the name Doom.
See,
I would agree.
See, my whole thing is people, if you're going to make a video game into a movie, either A, play the game all the way through and not just watch people do it, or B, this is what I hate. The Warcraft movie was actually made by Blizzard. Blizzard, you have no excuse.
And I think that's the biggest. I think that's the biggest point is how many of them do their research when they are developing the games based off of the movies, or how many have actually played before they start writing the scripts.
even when they do, how often are the games, the movie's focus grouped afterward? We'll take a wide swath of society and say, okay, now what did you like about this movie before we continue into post-production and whatnot? And it gets changed by people who aren't the target audience. It's why the DCU is a flaming pile.
See, my whole thing is basically it's the argument you can go from book to movie adaptations. You have the script practically written for you. You don't need to make an exact copy of it, because let's face it, anyone who claims I can do a speed run of a game that usually will take anyone a few weeks to do, and you can do it in 2 hours. Guys, please take a break to actually enjoy the game and slow down. But you guys practically got a script already handed to you. Use it.
Well, it's true. All these games, they've got plenty there. Producers just need to actually take advantage of it. I mean, Prince of Persia, compare the game to the movie, it was handled fairly well for what it was. Now, granted, the Prince of Persia game, it was fun, but, if you treat it as a standalone instead of comparing it directly to, some of them stand on their own. Like the Warcraft movie, if you try and put it into actual lore, you're kind of like, oh, was it, Medivh Gronas? No, Thousand, no, just no. But if you take it as a standalone and, put it the same genre as, or treat it as the same kind of gloves as a Lord of the Rings series, it's like, okay, it's a fun fantasy movie. It's not bad to enjoy popcorn with.
Like here, I have a movie that was originally a book, but it got turned into a game, and I've read the book, I've watched the movie, and I've played the game. And the thing is Aragon. It's a Shyamalan movie. Do I need to say more on the movie? The movie by itself, if you've never read the book and you've never played the game, the movie was good. It was a movie that you could sit, watch, and enjoy. Yeah, it fell apart at certain points, but for a Shyamalan movie, it wasn't that bad. You read the book, there's a reason why there isn't a second Aragon movie when there's 4 books out. They couldn't do it. And the game hurts. I find the game hurts a bit.
Sorry to interrupt this podcast with breaking news, but in the news today, we have direct quotes from Blizzard talking about the epic failure that they had with Diablo Immortal, the mobile version of Diablo 3 or Diablo 4. And I've got several direct quotes from them here. We did not do a good job in letting our core fan base know that we are not abandoning PC for mobile and console. That the part of the message did not get communicated in a way that I could think if we go back we would do. It is not hard to understand the fan reaction of I'm a Blizzard fan. Blizzard just keep making PC games like you've always done, like I like it. That will make me happy. And that's a direct quote from one of the developers. His name's Brack. I'm not sure what the first name is. But yes, he said that in their weekly podcast. And basically he says we're a PC developer first. So basically, what's your take on what I just read there, Rose?
That most of Silicon Valley, as well as people like Disney, need to fire their freaking PR departments. We have a great idea. We're going to present it in a way that makes us sound like complete morons and pisses off everyone who's why we have money. It's like, don't try and tell people what they want. Listen to what they want. They will tell you. You're the provider getting paid to do stuff.
And they're still saying that they're still going to put it on mobile, and it's going to be a mobile only game. Even though I think that the Blizzard audience basically spoke when they booed them off of stage for announcing that.
I think the only reason they're going to bother doing it is because if you looked at the actual release of Immortal, it's literally just a reskin of a game that's already on the Chinese market. It takes them all of $80 to just reflash it, add a couple of things. They can make a freemium game for all of $20, and because of the way freemium works, that 1% that's addicted to games like that, the Skinner box, they're going to buy it hook, line, and sinker. It's an extra form of revenue, which is probably the only reason they've made it to begin with.
So, Blizzard, quick question. How often are you going to repair people's phones?
Exactly.
Especially with the battery going kaput.
Well, I'm going to steal something directly from the movie Jay and Silent Bob. Here's your finger. Here's some poop on your finger. Want some chocolate? That's basically what Blizzard's doing to their customers.
Yeah, Blizzard goes, okay, we hear you. Blizzard will do temporary fixes for a lot of things. But it has come to the point where but I don't even know if Blizzard's even listening to people. Like, clearly they are, because we heard them go, we are a PC gamers first. We do PC games, and then why the hell is Diablo a mobile game only that will eat through battery and data like you wouldn't believe?
Well, see, that's just the thing. They want they want to be able to sell in-game items for people that are playing on their phone, and they don't want to offer that for PC gamers because with
the 1% usage of freemium, it's a Skinner box.
In-game purchases that they can offer, for cell phone is much higher than what they can on a PC game that people are paying to buy.
See, I'm almost curious if Blizzard didn't make a deal with a few different phone companies.
Probably. All right, so for everybody out there, thank you so much for listening. Gaming Dad, thank you so much for joining us here today. Would you like a few minutes or a few moments to talk a little bit about everything you've got going on right now and do some self promo?
Yeah, first of all, thanks for having me in the studio today. Very interesting topics here. We're just building quite a few servers between Minecraft and 5M, Delta Gaming. So you guys find it, check it out.
Yeah, I think Gaming Dad's having some technical difficulties over there. Everybody, that's Delta Gaming RP for 5M. Check us out. It's online like all the time. We've also got a Minecraft server, but you have to join our Discord in order to access it. Lady Iceilla, you want to do some self promo here real quick before we cut up?
Sure. I'm Iceilla Nightbane. You can check me out over on YouTube. I do mostly drawing as of right now. I am doing a few commission pieces, so I haven't been around for much, but I will be coming back as of Not this week, but next week. I'll have some fresh videos out for everyone.
And RoseKitty, you want to do some self-promotion real quick?
Sure, I'm on YouTube at RoseKitty Pie. I do music generally. I'm currently working on commissions as well. I will probably start streaming a bit on Twitch with RoseKitty3141 over there. Probably the Southport games or things like that. Just kind of shooting the breeze.
Very, very nice. And I am Nerd Life Gaming over on YouTube. Come over and check me out. Check out Gaming Dad. He's also on YouTube. He's also 5M Delta Gaming RP. And yeah, just hit him up. We'll definitely
And
be
now on Twitch. Gaming
now
Dad
on Twitch
2015.
as well. Gaming Dad 2015 on Twitch, guys. Check it out. But for right now, that's going to do us for here. Make sure to hit that big old like button and subscribe to the channel. Click the little bell for notifications. And thank you so much for your time. See ya.
Happy hunting.
Bye.
Adios.